Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. Hopefully everybody is having a wonderful week where you are. If you are new, we've had quite a few new people. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and joining us. I am Noel, my husband is Charles. We are a family of 10, 9 currently living in the household. And we are on a mission to be self-sufficient, start a homestead, get our house on the market in 100 days, so that we can move, get our property, live a debt-free life. So try to have no house payment, and if we do have one, very minimal, so that we can get it paid off within a couple years, and try to get my husband retired. I am 44, he is 52. You're never too old to start chasing your dreams. That's how we feel. So real quick, let's just start off with a minute of chit chat because I got some questions and I wanted to give you some answers, and then we'll jump into what we actually got accomplished the last couple days. We are on day 20 of our 100-day challenge to get this house on the market. We have already spoke with a realtor. We have one lined up. We got our storage unit, if you guys missed that, to start emptying the house out, and just been doing stuff around here, you know, trying to get things ready. So one of the big questions I think that we've been asked here lately is, we seem snippier than normal. Are we on the same page? You know, we seem like maybe we don't want the same thing, maybe we aren't on the same page, are we on each other's last nerve? So I just thought I'd address that because, you know what, it is real life and we share real life with you. It's not all rainbows and butterflies, it's real life. And Charles and I, we are on the same page on what we want. We are. I might call it a farm, he calls it a homestead. By definition, it would be homestead. He is correct. I just like to call it a farm. So he will correct me all the time when I say farm. He'll say, you mean homestead. But that's okay. That's not really a real fight. That doesn't mean we're not on the same page. We want the same thing. What we want is financial freedom, him to retire. We want the same amount of property. We want the same thing to do with our property. We know that we're going to have to do 4 bedrooms. There's no possible way to not do 4 bedrooms. We're in agreement on the amount of money that we want to spend. We are in agreement about when we want to move, when is a realistic time to have everything done and to get it on the market, and, you know, what's a reasonable amount of time drive for him to get to and from downtown so that he can do some of his work. All of that, we are in agreement. So our main goals, we're in total agreement. We really are. Of course, there's little things that I want in a house that he doesn't care about, things that he wants that I don't care about, or on the property. That's normal. That's, you know, what's normal to everybody. You know, I think of things like a window outlooking the yard, and, you know, he thinks about things like the garage. So, I mean, that's totally normal to have differences there. What we are in disagreement, and you guys have noticed some tension because there is a little bit, is we are 2 chiefs. So too many chiefs running the show, right? So it is 100 days. We're on day 20. To me, I feel like a lot more should have been accomplished. We are not in agreement on how to get to where we want to go. We will get into agreement. We will get there. I have no doubt. We always pull it together. But we are in disagreement on what should take priority. As you will see, he is focused on the outside and making the outside look really pretty because houses are going on the market here and they are flying. The last 2 houses that went in the market in our neighborhood were sold within 2 days. So he said people are scoping the neighborhood. They're looking for a house for sale. I want the outside to look pretty so that people will drive by and go, ooh, I hope that house comes on the market. And I get that. But I still think that should be later. I don't feel like that should be the immediate thing right now. So he did give, and we got the storage unit because to me, what should be going on right now and first is emptying the house of stuff so we have room to move and to move things and to put in new flooring and tear apart the bathrooms and just really minimalize what we have in the house so that that way, you know, things have somewhere to go when we have to move it to do things, if that makes sense. That's where my focus is and where I think we should be. So today we're going to work on moving all the totes and stuff out. You guys aren't going to see that because I'm going to show you what we did the last couple days. But we have tons of totes for holidays and stuff, and I'm going to go through them and decide what I'm keeping, what I'm not, as we're downsizing and we're trying to get that stuff out of the house. So that way we can have two separates. One's to donation, one to go into the storage unit. And he is focused on the outside, as you will see in the next couple days, or the last couple days. He, like I said, is very focused on like painting the doors and making sure that there's no water can come in anywhere to mess up anything as we do ceilings or whatever, just to make sure that the house is good and sound, because we've had so much water. Are we like marriage in trouble and all of that from this arguments that we're having? No, you guys, we're just normal people. We're just normal. I don't know what else to tell you. We get along 99% of the time. We have a pretty perfect marriage, as perfect as a marriage can be, with two people with their own ideas and their own personalities and their own everything coming together. And we will come into sync. We're just not in sync yet on what should get done in what order. So I hope that clears up some of your questions on what's going on, because some of you are like worried that we are going to have issues or whatever. No, we're not. We will come into agreement, like I said, and everything will get done. Everything will work fine. We always do when we have a big project and we argue about how it should get done. Okay, so let's go on and jump into, there's no food in this one, guys. Just a heads up, we're not doing food. I'm just jumping in, showing you what we got accomplished. We have been so busy, and you know, it doesn't feel like we got a lot done, but everything we did just took a long time. So we worked really hard the last few days, and here's what we got done.
All right, guys, well, as you can see back here, or not see, there is no door. I took that off a little bit ago, and I have it sitting out here prepped and ready to go. Now this is something that I didn't have the kids help me with because we had a little bit of a rust spot down here at the bottom. And so to resolve that issue, I mean, it wasn't bad. There's no sense in throwing out a door for a small, you know, rust hole. I did coat that with some Bondo and sand that down and then primer it. So door looked pretty much good as new. As far as the very bottom, that will also get kind of a weather stripping. So, and I think that's why it rusted, was right above that weather stripping, just because it held water. And so that is taken care of. Door's in great shape now. I have it masked off to do a little bit of painting around the frame. And I can't really get a lot more done right now until the caulking I put up dries. So I am going to go ahead and paint this. The kids went ahead and started doing the fence for me. So they'll be out here staining it. There's only a little bit of it right now that's dry enough for them to be able to stain. So we'll see how that goes today. So that is the inside of the door, actually. I thought I was doing the outside, but I did the inside, which is fine. That'll get a chance really to air out then, so it doesn't smell so bad when I close the door. While it dries, I'm gonna go ahead and work on painting the frame. I'm gonna give that probably about an hour or so before I try to flip it to do the other side. And then I'll get 2 coats on the outside. Now, one of the things that I do, and I don't know how y'all handle it, but one of the things that I do, if I can manage this, is I'm going to switch from using the roller to just using a brush on this frame. And what I don't want is for my roller to dry out. So one of the things that I have found that helps me is whenever I'm not using a brush or a roller, I will put them in a Ziploc bag. And even though I may not, like with a roller, I can take it off the I can take the foam roller or the cloth roller and take it off the actual roller and put it in here. Put the cover in here and zip it up. But quite honestly, even with a full size, like a 9-inch or whatever, if you want to leave it on there because you're going to use it in a little bit, as long as you put it in here and wrap it up tight, I have found my rollers and brushes will stay fresh for, I don't know, I think I've had one for more than a week when I was doing the downstairs. In fact, I think I've still got one that I was doing some primer with down there that's good. And so that way I don't have to keep changing rollers, you know, especially since I know I'm going to use this in a matter of a couple of hours. So
today is just going to be a lot more of being outside. So I'm probably going to combine today and tomorrow. Because I'm not going to, you know, do much today as far as cooking or anything. It's going to be 85, so it's going to be hot. But I wanted to share some good news with you guys. 2 houses in our neighborhood went on the market, and both houses were sold within 2 days. That they were selling within a week before all of this went down, so the fact that they're selling in 2 days now, that's awesome. So that's very good news for us. Hopefully that is going to keep up, because we live in, like I said, a very desirable neighborhood. Yes, we're crazy for leaving it, chasing our dreams probably, but you know, even our neighbor was saying they've been here almost as long as us, and they said, yeah, we kind of want to move too, but these yards are massive for the amount of money that you pay, and you can't get something. And somebody else was walking, they were like, yeah, we'd love to sell too, but you're going to pay the same price for a much smaller house, much smaller plot of land. They don't make them like this anymore, and that's part of why this is just such a desired area. So fingers crossed it stays that way until we are ready to sell. And I just thought I'd share that with you because that is great news. Now I'm headed out. We're gonna do more painting. I'm not gonna film that for you guys. I've shown you like 2 days of painting. But I just want to jump on and tell you that today. I'll probably do most of my filming tomorrow, but you never know, might catch something today. I think we might take some stuff to the storage unit later. It's just a busy day, kind of like that. Like I said, not much in the kitchen or anything gonna happen today. Tell me, what is a prime number?
Oh, a prime number is a prime number. It only has 2 divisors, but ones with 3 or too much divisor is a normal divisor.
And let me ask you, so is 5 a prime number?
Yes.
Is 10 a prime number?
Nope, it's 5 times 2, which means it only has 4 factors.
Huh. So are prime numbers always odd numbers?
Yep, except for 2.
Yes, 2, you're right. Is 0 a prime number?
No. We will see.
Well, is 9 a prime number?
No, it's one. It only has 3 It only has 3 divisors.
I do have the door finished, so I will. I'll show you a little bit about what I did here. And kind of what's going on. So let me just kind of close this up. Have to ignore all the kids' sandals down there. They've been out doing stuff outside today. So there's my door. It is completely recaulked and sealed. It has been repainted. I had a little rust spot in the front. Sanded that out, primered it. It's sandable primer, so it looks really good. I put a new threshold down here at the bottom. I replaced the old one. I replaced the door sweep. The threshold is original, but I did remove all the caulking down here at the base of the threshold and replace all that caulking as well. So up the sides, down the bottom is all been redone. The door looking good. I will say Noel is not a big fan of the white trim around the almond door. She was thinking I was going to make the doors white, but the original color of these doors was an almond, which matches the bump out and the other door. So I tried to stay somewhat consistent with the original. I put new weather stripping on the inside of the door on both sides. This door is a little bit spaced out further, so I had to pull the weather stripping forward just a little bit more, and I silicone filled in behind. So it's good and watertight. Yep. Everything's good and watertight. The only thing with this is it's a little bit tougher to close because it's got that brand new door sweep at the bottom, and when it crosses over the threshold, it just is what it is. But it stays good and sealed.
Okay, so the girls are working on painting the trim around the garage, so everything's just gonna look nice and crisp. We did get rained out for a little while today. Theo's in the back playing in mud puddles. I'll show you that. Luke just came in, and then Charles has been working over here, and I know he showed you some of it. So he's got this is all white now and pretty, and he's taking the hardware off the door and he is spray painting that.
Same color as the light fixtures.
Yep, same color as the light fixtures on the sides. So this should be really pretty. Trying to make the outside look really pretty so as people start driving by and seeing the house, as we're letting people know we're going to be getting it on the market soon.
Well, and I did more than just paint it, so I did go back through, and you can see I kind of, well, you can't really see on film, I'm sure, but I resealed everything. So all the caulk around the bottom of the door, everything around where the concrete meets the brick, everything's been redone so that it's good and watertight and in great shape.
Very good.
And I might say pesky ant proof, because I did find a couple of them trying to get in.
Yeah. Yes. Those pesky ants. So there's the hardware being painted. All pretty and sparkly.
I don't know if they can hear this. Put the camera down lower.
If they can hear all the water.
Listen.
Yes. Our yard
It's
is
like walking
pure
on
water.
sponges.
Pure water.
These are the days I need rubber boots.
Yes.
I don't have rubber boots, but these
We will soon.
These contractor boots are pretty well waterproof, so I'm in good shape.
You need those for work.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go in the back and check on Theo.
Hold on, you dinglebat. Yeah, you went all the way away. This looks so bad when I do it, Katie.
Well, it won't be perfect because it's going to need another coat.
Okay.
You just got to get the first coat on,
And then tomorrow you can get the second coat.
and then, yeah.
Okay, no wonder it wasn't there.
I'm coming.
Show her the island you made.
So Theo is calling this his beach. The sandbox is definitely filled with water. Is that your beach? I see you dumping it. Oh my word.
Another bath as well.
What a great beach. You need another bath.
Theo, should I spray you with the hose?
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you enjoy your day. We are trying our hardest to get a video out for you every day. So hopefully we will see you guys again tomorrow. Sometimes life just happens and it doesn't happen, but just know we're trying our best. So we'll see you guys soon. Bye everybody. Thank you so much for watching.